Well, we're here to talk about this wonderful movie, 100 minutes of spellbinding, incredible acting. It's got incredible buzz on the street. Just to give a little, without giving away the ending, a little thumbnail sketch of what the plot summary would be.
Well, the basic premise of the film is that two refugees come to Britain, claim asylum, which they have every right to do, and their documents are lost by the Home Office. So a bureaucratic mess-up leads them to being arrested and potentially deported without their cases being heard. What they end up doing is they run to a Catholic church and they speak to a Catholic priest who takes sympathy with their plight and decides, for his own reasons, to support their case.
I speak sometimes with my friends from Eritrea, from Ethiopia, from Somalia. They have escaped from their country from war to come here. And I say to them, you are lucky. You have a passport. In our country, we have no passport. We have no identity. Being a Kurd is like an episode of your X-Files. And I have seen it. Your country is taken over by aliens who speak a different language and culture to you. They stop you working, they take your home, they even ban your language. They take your country and leave you with nothing. My brother was shot in front of everyone in our town. I have pictures. Please, I can give them to you and you can look at them yourself. He did nothing. Back in our country, there are no human rights.
The film really revolves around the Catholic priest's the pressure that he's put under by his own congregation members, some of whom turn out to be racist, by the local community, some of whom also are not supporting the idea, by the authorities, by the media, and by the church authorities themselves. So as a result, the priest has a crisis he has all these forces working against him, and he also has a crisis of faith. He crumples under the pressure and has to turn to his God and ask for renewed strength under this kind of pressure, which he finds. He has a sort of a religious moment where he finds new strength, finds new courage, and decides to continue the fight, which inevitably has negative consequences. But he must fight it to the end, as far as he can, because he's a man of principle.
What did he say?
They're not happy about the situation developing here.
Or what do they intend to do?
They would prefer that the situation be diffused immediately.
What does that mean?
That I do not allow you to take sanctuary in the church, that I let the police do their job.
And
I said I could not do that because I've given you my word.
They will come in. They will. I know.
Yes. I guess they will. But you cannot threaten him or make him suffer, or his wife outside suffer for your situation. It isn't right. It isn't Christian.
I'm not a fucking Christian!
What was the spark that ignited, that said, I have to make this movie? What is it inside you?
Initially, the first movie I made was a genre picture, and a kind of British gangster movie. And after making it, I realised, it's an effective film. It's got distribution and a release, but I realised that the Americans do that so much better. So I decided to make something that was more parochial, And I've worked with Stephen Frears a couple of times. He's a mentor and someone I admire very much. And he said, if you want to have international success with your films, then doing something, make it parochial. I mean, that word just means make it particularly British, make it particularly local, and that will make it stand out.
And the good end is for the pious. Whosoever brings good, he shall have the better thereof. Verily, he who has given you the Quran shall bring you back to paradise in the hereafter.
Let me see. By the forenoon bright and the night, when dark and quiet, ما ودعك ربك وما قلى. Your Lord has not abandoned you and does not despise you. لَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى. Did God not find you orphaned and provide you refuge? وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. And find you wandering and guide you. وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. And find you needy and enrich you. فَإِمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. So do not oppress the orphan or refuse the one who seeks. And tell of the bounty of your Lord, Allah.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Brilliantly done, and we deeply appreciate you bringing it to the festival, and you came out from the mother country to visit. And Nigel, it's a pleasure to have you in our film festival, and welcome to East Hampton.
Thank you very much.